What is up, G1? This is Rocket Car Productions from the forums, and this is my first blog. And I thought, what better thing to talk about than E3 coverage? So yeah, I'm going to be talking about just quickly going through all my opinions on the Microsoft conference. Thank you again, Destin and Corey, for basically going through it on the live feed, which I just finished watching, and also just what I was able to cover by myself, going to different sites and stuff like that, and just give my opinions quickly. I want to make it really quick, not a short video. First and foremost, the live video thing, everyone's complaining about, oh, the connection's bad. Screwtech, why'd you make the connection bad? It's just live video. That's what happens with live video. It's unreliable, and Stickam sucks. It's a bitch to me. It's never worked for me very well, so don't be too mad about it. It's not something that's easily fixable by any means, or even, understandable. It doesn't even work well when you're doing everything right. Okay, now just going through the games. RE5 was announced, Resident Evil 5, and I just want to say quickly, I wasn't a big fan of RE4, and this is RE5, so I'm not too big. I know a lot of people like it. It's this thing where it basically looks like, if it's not broke, don't fix it sort of thing. It looks very similar to RE4, which is a good thing, because RE4, to a lot of people, was a really, really awesome game. A lot of people liked it. Next is Fallout 3, which is really cool. It's like a free-roaming, shooter, RPG-ish type game, and it kind of mixes it all together. It looks really cool. They showed a lot of the stuff out. They showed, the armor system. You have, your little rest that, tells you all your power-ups and stuff like that, your abilities and thingamajiggers. Showed off some of the weapons, like this miniature nuke, which is pretty freaking sweet. It's like a mini nuke, and it works awesomely. Only thing that does make me mad, though, is that they have this thing called the Vex Armor, or Vex Lock-On System, which is basically their way to make it seem more like an RPG, even though it's a first and third person shooter, depending on how you want to play it. But it makes it basically like it's an instant kill no matter what you do. And that sort of annoys me because I don't want it to be that easy. I think people are going to use it as a crutch. Even I think it's going to be strategic to where it's like, oh, this guy has specific body armor here, or he has a magnetic shield you didn't know about. Oh, what you going to do now? You got to be strategic. But I think people will eventually figure it out really easily, and then it'll just be a crutch. So I just like to stick to the old school shooting skills, and nothing else. Aside from that, Gears of War 2. I actually was not a big fan of Gears of War 1. I didn't like the whole cover system. I'm a running gun gamer. I like to play Halo. I'm not a Halo fanboy, but I enjoy it because I'm good at it and it's fun, the important part. But this really looks cool. It looks like it's appealing more to me or the running guns you have. It's just it's the cover system, which I thought was cool. It stretched it out and it made it more accessible. Now you have movable cover and stuff like that, which I think is pretty cool, and I think that can be used really well. Plus, all the weapons look really, really kick-ass, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. Oh, and then Peter Molyneux showed up, and he was talking about Fable 2. Now, a lot of people aren't excited about Fable 2, and I can understand in a lot of ways, because Fable 2 is a thing where it's like, okay, I like Peter Molyneux a lot. I think he has a lot of great ideas. But at the same token, I just think the only way he can make a really amazing thing, to his full extent of what he talks about and mesmerizes us with his ideas, is if he had God's dev kit. I mean, there's some ideas I think, I'd be surprised if we were able to pull him off this generation, or maybe even next generation. I think he basically has a God complex and he wants to make another world, which is not bad. It's not a bad idea. I think he can pull it off later and it'd be really, really cool. Almost like a advanced version of a Second Life, like a super HD version of Second Life, which would be really, really cool. So again, I'm excited. I'm going to check it out, see how the reviews are, but it's not a first buy for me, from what I saw. Oh yeah, and back on that, I kind of skipped off that. It's basically you have your kids, you can raise kids, all this stuff. You have a co-op mode, which is pretty cool. A lot of these games have a lot of co-op, which is pretty cool. Like this one, they have bubbles that represent your friends playing the game and where they are, and you can jump in and they can jump in your game no matter where you are. It looks pretty cool. Aside from that, they talked a lot about those features that are they're trying to be the Wii, basically, but I don't give a crap at all. They have they're talking about all the movies they're adding, movies I can get it elsewhere. I'm not that excited. I'm not big on the download thing until it becomes huge and becomes basically I can get it really easily, or there's a better system for it, and that's not too bad. It's kind of The Avatar thing is retarded. The Avatar thing is stupid. It's a complete me ripoff. Has none of the same personalities. You can only change their clothes. All the fun of the Mii's is making The fun of the Mii's is making Hitler and George W. Bush fight each other in Wii Sports. That's the fun of it. But you don't have that. You just kind of change clothes. They don't really... You can't make Chewbacca. How the hell can you have a great creation, character, avatar thing if you can't make Chewbacca? That's my argument. It's not going to work well. Same with the dashboard. The dashboard looks bad. I really want to keep my dashboard. It looks cool and it works. I like how it functions well. That's why I like it. So I really hope they make like a forced download for the dashboard. I don't know about that. That's where my feed and my information got a little bit loopsy. Then with that, they're of course going to integrate all these integrations to this thing. So you have like this thing called 1 versus 100, which is not a bad idea. It's like a game show where it's one person against 100 other people on Xbox Live, and you win for actual prizes. So that's pretty cool. Only problem is mute is going to be freaking key, because I don't care if it's like a prize game. If you have 100 people talking, mute is going to need to be somewhere in there, or else you're going to have some racial slur, then some kid going, "How do I play this game? I can't fire the button." And you have the actual cool people who are like, "I don't give a crap, this is stupid." And if they can do that, then I think it'll be okay. I'm not excited for it at all. What I am excited for, the one thing of this sort of Microsoft-made entertainment thing that I am super excited for is the Netflix partnership. They're having a partnership with Netflix, so now you can download them on there, which is really cool. They already worked with that on the computer, but now they're doing it with Xbox, which is even cooler. So you get movies in your usual sense on a service you pay for, so it's all kind of included, like Xbox Live. It's really nice. But the best part is, they're talking about this. I'm not sure Corey or Destin even said that it's official. I'm not sure either, but they're going to have a movie party system, which is so awesome, because I'm a huge freaking movie buff. I love movies. And the best thing is, I love to show my friends obscure movies that they don't even know what the hell it's about or never heard of it before. So I want to be the guy who rents like a Ralph Bakshi movie, or let's go a little bit more basic, Fight Club, Waking Life, Clockwork Orange, movies like that, or Fantastic Planet, any of those movies, and like go, "Hey, I'm in front of the Xbox Live. Hey, have you ever seen this movie?" No, we're watching it, and we have a big party. Or even my nerd friends are like, "Oh yeah, we should so watch some Fight Club." Like all my friends just get together, watch Fight Club, and we're all just partying out online. Be super sweet. It's gonna be awesome. Everything else, it's just like, they had it was really similar to last year, surprisingly. It was like, "Oh, new movies, seen it with the big button thing, kid games, which no one cares about, except maybe Banjo-Kazooie, but a lot of people are like, that's not gonna do well." Nuts and bolts, I'm not sure. It'll be interesting. I'm not gonna judge, but Viva Pinata, no. Now, aside from that, finishing off, we also had some interesting things. We had some interesting things. We had I think it's the head of Square Enix talk about RPGs and how they're putting all these RPGs onto the Xbox and basically bitch slapping the hell out of the Sony PlayStation, because Final Fantasy 3, I didn't hear it exactly, but something special is going to be with Final Fantasy 3, which is going to be pretty kick-ass. And then aside from that, I can't really think of anything else specific that I really want to talk about. Bungie, I heard this just on the forum. Thank you again, Destin and Corey, for talking about this. I really like you're doing the thing. If you watch the live feed with Corey, Destin, and Ben, it's just funny. It's like, instead of it being like, "I'm Destin and this is hard news," he's like all professional. It's like, oh, he's like just this guy. He's like this honest webcam one. Like, it's funny. It's like a different environment. It's really cool. But Bungie, they're releasing something in like 1 hour, 17 days. They have this weird number thing that they're doing. Looks pretty. I'm praying it's a new IP, because, I mean, really, I know people are like, "I want a new Halo game. Halo is so awesome. I want a new Halo game." But think about it. These guys have been working on Halo. Let's see here. Halo started off as an RPG, or not RPG, RTS, my bad, in like 98. This game has been developed by people. People have been developing Halo for about a decade. I don't know, I'd be tired as hell of Halo. I would not want to make any more Halo games after that. So I do hope it's a new IP, at least a break. I mean, at least they have a break to where it's like, oh, new IP, like, hey, Oni 2, anybody? No, just kidding, but something cool. Anyway, this has been my first blog, G1 blog. Had everyone else on the G1 community. Hope you enjoy it. I'll make better ones. This is kind of a test, so goodbye.